Have you ever grabbed leftovers from your fridge, tossed them into the microwave, and felt proud for making a smart, healthy choice? What if I told you that some of those reheated foods, yes, the ones we often rely on, could be quietly damaging your health? From increasing cancer risk to harming your digestive system and even your brain, these common meals might be doing more harm than good when reheated. In today's video, we'll uncover 5 everyday foods that doctors and nutritionists warn should never be reheated, especially if you're over 50. These aren't exotic items. They're the foods we all trust, and that's exactly what makes them dangerous. Stay with us to the very end, where we'll not only expose which foods to watch out for, but also explain why they become toxic when reheated, using real medical science and practical steps you can take today. If you find value in this kind of health-focused content, please like this video. It helps us spread these important messages. If you're new, consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so you never miss out. Comment 1 if you like this video and 0 if you think we can improve. We read every comment to serve you better. Number 1. Reheated spinach. A silent risk in your soup. Spinach is widely praised for being one of the healthiest greens available. Rich in vitamins A, C, K, iron, and antioxidants, it's often added to everything from smoothies and omelets to lasagnas and salads. However, once spinach is cooked and stored, even properly in the fridge, reheating it can create a hidden health hazard. Why? Spinach contains naturally occurring nitrates, which are typically beneficial. They help improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and enhance physical endurance. But according to research in journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, these nitrates begin to degrade after cooking, especially if spinach is stored and then reheated. They turn into nitrites, and under heat, those nitrites can convert into nitrosamines, dangerous compounds linked to cancer, particularly in the stomach and colon. What's more alarming is that nitrosamines are associated with neurological damage. Research from the World Health Organization and National Cancer Institute suggests they may contribute to cognitive decline, making reheated spinach especially risky for older adults whose detoxification systems slow down with age. Imagine this. You make a delicious spinach soup on Sunday and reheat a bowl on Tuesday in the microwave. You taste nothing unusual, but those heat-triggered chemical changes could have formed invisible toxins, adding to a cumulative load in your system over months or years. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, this repeated habit may quietly compromise your brain and digestive health. The solution: eat spinach fresh or chilled. If you've cooked it in a dish, consider enjoying the leftovers cold, such as in a spinach salad or chilled soup. If you must reheat it, use low, even heat on the stove rather than microwaving, and never reheat it more than once. Small changes can go a long way. Understanding how simple kitchen habits affect long-term health allows you to enjoy spinach safely, without silently harming your body. Still with us? Comment 1 to let us know you're engaged and learning. Number 2. Potatoes. A comfort food that can harbor toxins. Potatoes are a staple across cultures, roasted, mashed, baked, or stewed. But did you know that reheating potatoes improperly can introduce dangerous bacteria and toxins into your body? Here's why. After potatoes are cooked and cooled, their starches change into a form known as resistant starch. While resistant starch can be healthy in moderation, supporting gut health, it also makes reheated potatoes more prone to bacterial contamination. The real danger: Clostridium botulinum, the bacterium behind botulism. When cooked potatoes are wrapped in foil and cooled slowly at room temperature, the oxygen-poor environment becomes a breeding ground for this bacteria. Even in your fridge, if stored too long or not reheated properly, leftover potatoes can harbor botulism toxins that are invisible, odorless, and extremely harmful, especially for seniors. Botulism can trigger nausea, fatigue, and neurological symptoms. And as your immune system weakens with age, your gut becomes more sensitive. Studies in Frontiers in Neuroscience link poor gut health and low-level bacterial inflammation with increased risks of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. To be safe, don't store potatoes in foil. Cool them quickly, store them in airtight glass containers, and reheat them thoroughly on a stovetop, not a microwave. Avoid reheating them more than once, and toss them if they've been sitting for more than a couple of days. Better habits protect your digestion, brain, and energy levels, especially as you grow older. Number 3. Reheated eggs. A surprise source of inflammation. Eggs are a classic breakfast food, full of protein and choline, great for brain health and muscle strength. But reheating cooked eggs, especially in the microwave, can release harmful compounds into your body. The issue isn't the egg, it's how heat changes its structure a second time. When cooked eggs are reheated unevenly, their proteins become rubbery and less digestible. Worse still, cholesterol in the yolks can oxidize during reheating, forming compounds known as oxysterols, which are linked to chronic inflammation, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Research published in Nature Reviews Neurology has connected oxidized cholesterol with neurological disorders like dementia. For older adults, this matters more than ever. Your body's ability to filter harmful fats and toxins weakens with time. A real-world example. You hard-boil eggs on Sunday. By Wednesday, you microwave one to warm it up. It seems harmless, but the cholesterol may have oxidized, creating subtle inflammation that accumulates over time. The solution: eat cooked eggs cold, in salads, sandwiches, or on their own. If you must reheat, use low heat on a stovetop, and never reheat the same egg more than once. It's a small step that protects your heart, brain, and digestive system for years to come. Still with me? Comment 2 to let me know you're learning something valuable. Number 4. Reheated chicken. A trigger for digestive and immune stress. Chicken is considered one of the healthiest proteins, but if you're reheating leftover chicken in the microwave, you could be doing more harm than good. The issue comes down to protein structure. When chicken is cooked, its proteins are denatured, making them easier to digest. But when you reheat those same proteins, especially in a microwave or at high heat, they become tougher and harder for your body to break down. This can cause bloating, sluggish digestion, and subtle inflammation. The problem becomes worse as we age because our stomach acid and digestive enzymes decrease. Beyond digestion, high heat reheating produces advanced glycation end products, AGEs, compounds linked to chronic inflammation, which in turn is a major factor in heart disease, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. Picture this. You cook chicken breast Sunday night, store the leftovers, and reheat them for Tuesday lunch. The rubbery texture isn't just a culinary inconvenience. It reflects real chemical changes happening to the proteins. Instead, eat chicken fresh or use leftovers in cold dishes like wraps or salads. If you must reheat, do so gently on a stove. Avoid the microwave if possible, and don't reheat the same chicken more than once. You'll notice better digestion, less bloating, and more energy, just by tweaking how you treat your leftovers. Number 5. Mushrooms. From superfood to oxidative stress, mushrooms are a nutritionist's dream, rich in antioxidants, fiber, and immune-boosting compounds. But they're also one of the worst foods to reheat. Why? Mushrooms contain delicate proteins and fats that degrade under high or repeated heat. This can make them difficult to digest, especially for older adults whose enzyme production and gut motility have declined. More seriously, improperly stored or reheated mushrooms can develop oxidized compounds that increase oxidative stress in the body, contributing to aging, chronic fatigue, and brain fog. Let's say you make a hearty mushroom risotto Monday night. You reheat the leftovers Wednesday, and the mushrooms seem rubbery or bland. That change in texture signals a breakdown in structure and a drop in nutritional value. Instead, store cooked mushrooms in glass containers and eat them cold in salads or gently warm them on the stove. Better yet, cook only what you'll eat in one sitting to avoid the issue entirely. Mindful handling of mushrooms helps preserve their benefits while avoiding the risks that come with careless reheating. Thanks for joining me today on this deep dive into kitchen habits that could be silently affecting your health. We've covered how reheating foods like spinach, potatoes, eggs, chicken, and mushrooms can introduce risks, especially for older adults focused on brain health, digestion, and energy. Now it's your turn. What surprised you most? Was it the connection between reheated eggs and dementia, or the hidden danger in reheated spinach? Leave a comment below and tell us what you'll change in your own routine. If you found this information helpful, please like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more science-backed health guidance made just for you. Thank you for watching, and here's to a healthier, wiser you.